Today on Getting Real with the Housewives, Jessel Taank breaks down the drama between Brynn and Ubah.
I think when Brynn outed him, Ubah was obviously very upset. And then it kind of like just escalates from there on out.
Plus, Tamra Judge stands by her little bitch comments about Ryan.
Ryan's not a guy that probably thinks that highly of himself, and he's a little bitch.
And Aon Foster didn't love her dad on Beverly Hills. Plus, Christian Serano reveals the reason why the Housewives don't wear his designs. We've got that plus so much more on today's Getting Real with the Housewives. Hey everyone, and welcome to Getting Real with the Housewives. New York is back in a big way, and we spoke to Jessel about all the drama. But before we get to that, let's check in with the news of the week, starting with Aon Foster, because she's explaining why it was so hard to watch her dad, David Foster, on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She was on Watch What Happens Live recently, and she says, I didn't love it. When you're watching these shows, there's like these train wrecks that I can't stop watching. All of a sudden, your family's part of it. It becomes less fun. The music producer and composer appeared on Beverly Hills alongside his ex-wife, Yolanda Hadid. The couple were married from 2011 to 2017. Now, David is currently married to Catherine McPhee. Yolanda is engaged. Everybody's moved on. But Aon explained to Andy Cohen, you want to be able to laugh at it. I prefer to be a voyeur and a viewer. It's like people who have Instagram accounts. They don't post, but they want to see everything because it's chaos and you get to enjoy the chaos. I totally probably would agree with that. It's got to be really weird watching your father on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And for a while, that's what people kind of associated him with when he has all these other accolades. Aon did say that she's still close with Gigi Hadid and she still talks to her step-siblings, but not so much Yolanda because she says the parents divorce and the kids don't, which makes sense. All right, there's only one Real Housewives on fashion designer Christian Siriano's client list. The former Project Runway winner's couture has been worn by A-list celebrities like Jennifer Lopez and Ariana Grande, but according to Christian, he doesn't work with stars from Bravo's Real Housewives franchise because they don't pay. He made the admission on Watch What Happens Live after Andy Cohen asked him if he's ever dressed a housewife. Well, he said, I mean, ever, maybe, but listen, they're not on my list because, one, they don't pay. The audience gave a bunch of shocked ohs, and he reiterated saying they didn't. He added, but my newest housewife, Bronwyn Newport, is like my #1 customer. She has been shopping for years and spends real money and not the Real Housewives money. I mean, I make her literally couture. All her confessionals are Serano pieces. Talking about the new Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Bronwyn, and I mean, she loves fashion. She loves the art, the couture. So I could see her paying real money for it. But interesting that a lot of these housewives don't pay the big bucks to wear big Christian Siriano. So he's not going to gift for free. All right, well, RHONY is back, and we couldn't be more thrilled as the drama kicks off with Ubah and Brynn. Now, we sat down with Jessel to get her take on the drama between the ladies. Take a look.
Brynn and Ubah are two titans. I mean, they have such strong personalities. And I think ultimately that is what, kind of is a blessing and a curse between them. But, when they're good, they're great. And when they're not, they're not. So, you guys will sort of see it, watch it, or you'll watch it play out as the season goes. But I think that what happened in the season finale of season 1, where Brynn sort of outs Ubah's love interest at the time, or actually her love interest because she's still with him. I think that really put a lot of doubt in it, and it did cast a lot of, I think, tension in their friendship from that moment on, because Ubah was keeping a lot of her relationship sort of under wraps because she didn't want him to be in the spotlight. Like, it's not something that he really wants to be. So I think when Brynn outed him, Ubah was obviously very upset. And then it kind of just escalates from there on out.
I'm excited for the season. We have Rebecca Minkoff as an addition. We have Raquel as an addition. I think it's going to be a good season. Jessel also told me that Jenna Lyons gives us a little bit more about her personal life. We see Jessel and Pavitt talking about expanding their family. I know a lot of people were kind of on the fence about RHONY last season, but I think we're off to a good start. Let me know in the comments what you think. All right, well, Real Housewives of Miami star Marisol Patton and Steve McNamara are officially legally married. According to a marriage certificate that was obtained by Page Six, the couple, who tied the knot in a non-legal wedding ceremony in 2021, said "I do" at the Coral Gables courthouse in Florida last week. An insider also confirmed the news to Page Six, that was very exciting. We know cameras are back up and running for Miami, and I feel like so much has happened in the off season. You know, Lenny Hochstein ended his engagement. We know Alexia is going through her split, so I feel like there's a lot to catch up on. So I feel like Miami's going to be really good next season. All right, well, the war between Tamra Judge and Ryan kicked off last week on OC, and things I feel like are just getting started. We caught up with Tamra, who told us this about her argument with Ryan, which was caused by her husband, Eddie. Take a look. Things get very intense for you, for Eddie, for Ryan and Jen. Did you expect it to end up that way? Because obviously we see you getting up and leaving the dinner, and it was pretty explosive.
Well, Eddie and I had talked prior, and Eddie's like, just don't give that guy any attention. He's not a great guy. And so when I was at Traders, out of the country, no phone, evidently he went on a podcast, said a few things, but then he also was going on social media and making comments about me being a mom. He made comments about my husband being gay. He included my son in on this. Like, he was just really acting like an insecure child. And, you know, my husband's been attacked on this show by Vicky, by Kelly Dodd. Shane Simpson has been attacked on the show about things, you know, if you come on the show and you're doing shady, you know, you should expect it, right? But Eddie got attacked about his sexuality. Shane got attacked, and neither one of them once went on a podcast, took to social media. And I think it just goes to show, like, they're very secure guys, and they just don't need to do that. And they don't get involved with girl drama. You know, Eddie taught me something very, you know, which I think is a very good lesson. He's like, listen, don't worry about what other people are saying about you. Worry about what other people think about you. Worry about what you think about yourself. So Ryan's not a guy that probably thinks that highly of himself. And he's a little bitch. He's a little bitch.
Is Jen making a huge mistake marrying him, you think?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm starting to think they're the same person. So, yeah, she's no angel, and he's no Dodger player.
All right, wrapping it up with our social spotlight of the week, and ours goes to Brynn from The Real Housewives of New York. She posted the picture of her now infamous Louis Vuitton stuck in the escalator at last week's BravoCon, basically saying we're ready for the new season with Taylor Swift's "Are You Ready for It?" So ready for it. So love this. This was such an iconic moment from last year's BravoCon. So very excited that Brynn is back on our screen. All right, well, that is it for this week's episode of Getting Real with the Housewives. Let me know in the comments if you're excited that New York is back, what you think about this Tamra and Ryan argument. Lots to discuss. So keep commenting, keep subscribing, and we'll see you next week.